Didn't you get scammed in RuneScape as a kid? Yeah. Yeah, I did. But then I scammed them back by pretending to story. So yeah, I got scammed, so I catfished. All right, here we go. Launch the battle bus, baby. The world's greatest up-and-coming Fortnite talent back at it again. Everyone in chat on the edge of their seats, waiting with bated breath, because they've never seen a talent like this emerge in the Fortnite scene. It's seen by storm, and I'm so close to getting that first victory royale that we all know I can earn. I'm filling a void left by Tfue. Is this the World Championships? Basically. Play the song? Don't worry, I will. Once I get my gear. So I've developed a pretty solid strategy when it comes to Fortnite, which is to camp and hide. Wait, uh-oh. There's somebody here. I know somebody's here. I got you. Oh, fuck! Alright. Outplayed. Outplayed. That guy truly had the aim of a god. A real person, no doubt. But I left them in the dust, really. Ammo, please. Oh, a shield potion. Don't mind if I do. I'm fucking cooking! Okay. Oh, wait. What's this? Hello? Hello. Combat SMG. And maybe up here we'll have a nice... Oh, my God. Double chest? Yes! Cloak gloves! Yes! Okay. Now we're giving Atriox some shit he deserves. I think a shotgun too, huh? Fuck. These all suck though. Give me the thermal. Okay, where's the circle? To the... Well, I don't know yet. So what I'm gonna do is get a car and then drive around like a fucking fool until this shit dies down. And that'll be the only kill I get all game, and I'm gonna win this one. I've decided it's my fucking time. It's my I deserve this. For too long, Zoomers have been monopolizing, speaking of Monopoly, all the Fortnite Victory Royales. And us millennials deserve one. I'll be the first millennial to ever win. Other than Ninja, I guess. Other than Ninja, who is 32. I'd rather LARP than play this game. Well, you're LARPing as an asshole right now, so I guess we're both happy. Piece of shit. We need a song to give you power? Oh, you mean this? Yeah, we do need that song. Play that at my fucking funeral, please. Right after my mom's speech. I want her to give a eulogy and then we play. Alright, these are all trash. So tell me something, Fortnite experts. Speaking. But also you guys. Do the chests get better loot automatically over time? Is that how it works? No. So there's no advantage to like waiting. Okay, Pog. we're chilling. All right, we just sit right here in my car. I'm a good driver, I promise. We'll just sit right here and wait for the circle. Watch out for that pole, Big A. Can you turn copyright audio off, or are you just going without a care? I just don't care. I guess I should turn it off, but why does that matter when the best song is already copyright free? Oh shit! Fuck! Oh fuck! This is bad! This is bad! This is bad! Yeah! I think that was Ninja. I think that was Ninja, guys. Wow. Phenomenal play. Phenomenal heart. Ah, shit. Cool, champ. I'll take this, I guess. We gotta go, though.
How could you figure that out?
He shut up my car, that son of a bitch. Wait, I want a different car now. I want this one. Yeah. Okay, now I just chill right here, right? On the edge. And nobody finds me, and nobody has a problem with me. I am the most wicked Fortnite player! Uh-oh. I spot an enemy. I'll make mincemeat of them. Now I have both. Holy shit, I'm covered. You're terrible at camping? Guess I'm just a born Giga Chad. Is that what you're trying to say? Wait. Wait, where's this? Oh, okay, gotcha. Cool. Alright, I have 2 blue guns, a car, and a motorbike. I have truly built an empire for myself. Oh, fuck. Wait. Lasered? Lasered? Absolutely lasered? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. No, wait. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Oh, fuck. No! No, dude! God damn it! Another stream sniper! Fuck, dude. This game has too many hackers and stream snipers. I have not lost to one legitimate person ever in my life. Did you see how that guy fucking used auto aim to lock on me? Alright, well, I have time for one more and then we watch House. The bots are stream sniping him hard. I wouldn't put it past them, bro. I would not put it past them. Big A, does your mouse have a right-click button? I sanded it off. That way I am more focused on the shots. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you, or are you too stupid? I got rid of it. No, I only game with an Apple mouse. A one-click Apple mouse. That is how I like to game my first-person shooters.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's the Shroud Edition. Yeet! Once VR goggles are good enough to live in Fortnite, be honest, is anyone ever gonna leave? Think about that. Think about that. Apple Vision Pro solves this. All right, here we go. Round 2, smarter, faster, stronger, more dedicated. Built, constructed, and assembled differently than all other players. Atrioc again returns to the lands of Fortnite. This time with a plan. His goal? Nothing less than a victory royale with cheese. This farmhouse shall contain all the weapons I seek. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people coming. There's so many people landing around here. Okay, we're gonna go over here to this house. I know my limits, bro. I know my limits. All right. Ammo. Oh, nice. We're set. All my enemies better watch the fuck out. Because I got a 12 gauge with their fucking name on it. Damn, I'm fucking cool, too. Shield it up. Ooh, 16 bullets in the 12 gauge. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Where? No, you. Motherfucker, where? What do you want? No, stop. Stop. Outplayed. Completely and totally outplayed. I used my God-given American right to defend my property. And did. With a 12 gauge shotgun. I stood my ground. Alright. Now, I've seen all there is to see here. I must conquer new worlds. Basically, I need to find a car so I can again camp. What about a tractor? Yes. This tractor will be... This is your castle, brother? I must defend my castle. With lethal force if necessary. And it's always necessary. Remember what we practiced in the 10-hour offline grind we did the past 3 nights? Yeah. All the time I said I was working on the YouTube video, I've been playing Fortnite with Houdat. Oh! Oh, that was good. It's not. What about Slap Splash? What is that? What is this? It's like Fanta? Holy shit, they put Fanta in this game. Alright. Thankfully, I think nobody sees me. As I am moving quite silently, much like a polar bear blinking in a blizzard. I can't be found by human radar. I just want like a legendary weapon. Is that too much to ask? I just want to like open one of these and then get like 5 legendary weapons and full shields and a slurp juice. I feel like that's pretty normal. Damn, this kind of house makes me sad to say, but it's unaffordable to most Americans. As nice as it is, it feels out of the price range of even someone working a full-time middle-class job. Is that right, Joe Biden? Are people gonna have to live in Fortnite to escape this inflation? Sash, thanks for the reminder. At least you don't live in fucking Canada, bro. Or Australia. It's honestly surprising. I'm only recently becoming almost America pilled at how our real estate market is not even half as bad as fucking Canada and Australia. And we have it bad. Okay, but I live in Toronto? Yeah, you're fucked, bro. I literally, it's staggering to me how you're expected to live in a Canadian city as like a regular person without inherited wealth. You cannot get a house. It's just not in anyone's reach. All right, my goal, if you believe it, is to just ride around and vibe for a bit. On God. No, my motorcycle. I just want to vibe, bro. Give me that thermal fish. I'm never going to use this. Give me a thermal fish. That's hype. Alright, perfect. Oh, a shield potion, perhaps? I'm already top 50. I wasn't even trying yet. This is looking let me get a med kit, actually. Low-key, I'm not going to use the other shit. Press 7, please. Sir, yes, sir. Oink. And... wink. Alright. Now let's pause for a quick dance break before we wait for the circle. That is why we're gonna live in VR. Because I don't have the huevos or the rancheros to do that in real life. Unless it's on stream to 2,000 people. But in real life, I wouldn't be able to do that. And in Fortnite, I feel comfortable to do that. So when VR exists, I will just live in it and be a confident version of myself. Lil Whip is my national anthem. So fucking true. Wait, fuck off. Wait. No. Shit. Stop. No. What the hell? I need this car. Dude, why can I not drive this fucking car? No. I'm bleeding. All right. Wickedly done, chaps. Oh, nice. Cloak gauntlets! Fuck yeah, dude. Give me daw. I'm all set up for the ultimate camp. Whoa, this guy is a gamer. Yeah, I'm gaming. I don't know what else to call it. I'm fucking gaming. And if you can't see that, get your fucking eyes checked. Hate to be rude, but that's what it is. They don't work. Oh, no, no! No, I didn't want to eat the fucking... Now I tactically know that no one's around me. How smart am I to figure out that there's no one here using my thermal vision? Bro, I really needed that. That was part of my fucking camping strategy. I wanted to get down to final 2 and use thermal vision and cloak gauntlet to kill the last guy. Fuck! How about a grenade? That ought to help. Oh, little whip, little... Oh, hello. Don't worry, you won't make it to top 2. What's your name? Lolly Daisy? If I make it to top 2, you're banned. So just... I want you to sweat a little bit on this game. And I know you're a long-time sub. But if I make it to top 2, for whatever reason, you're gone. You're out of here, bozo. And I'm gonna really fucking try. Oh, shit. Wait, where's my car? Shit, I might just die right now. Where's my car, bro? Bro, where's my car? Oh, fuck off. Oh, no. Wait, I can't even outrun this. Oh, shit. I lost my car. Oh, fuck me. Oh, man. I gotta stop to loot, though. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows I have to stop to loot. Legendary! Flapjack rifle! Oh, worth it. Go, go. Wait, I'm not even close. I'm gonna die to the storm. Wait, I'm not even close. Wait, I'm not even close! Oh, no, run, run, run! No, 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 no! Top 25. Are you getting nervous? Oh, shit. Wait, I'm gonna die of falling damage. No, 29. Dude, fucking run! 27. Please. Please. 24. I'm healing in the storm like a pro. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Let's go, baby! The camping continues. Top 25 with a legendary flapjack rifle. Who won it, dude? Oh, look at me aiming down sights like a pro. Oh my god, I'm getting better by the day. Press 7? Nah. I'll save it. Okay, I need to get closer and closer, though. To... Oh, shit! Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck. What is this? What does that do? What does that mean? I don't care, bro. Legitimately. Oh, I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. Dude, what are you fucking blabbering about? Is that a bot or a guy? What is he doing? I don't have time for this. There's loot, though. Should I try to get the loot? What do I need more than my trusty flapjack rifle? On God. Shit. Shit. Oh, no. Leave me alone. Leave me alone! Okay, I'm safe. I'm safe. This doesn't feel safe, though. Shit. This feels very unsafe. Someone was behind me. I need to climb. Climb higher. The higher I am, the less likely they'll fucking kill me. That's how I feel in real life, dude. Smoke weed every day. Okay. Yeah, right here. Is that a car? Oh my god, is it the car that I need to stay in this game? 15. Oh, I see a fight going on. I see a fight. Should I get involved? Lasered him. Lasered him. Absolutely lasered him, dude. He got domed for that. A space creation. I created space. Okay, now I need to keep moving because this is gonna shrink yet again. Oh wait, I see my enemy. See that fucking movement? Alright. I need a fucking vehicle. Slap juice? What is that? Is it good? I'll take it. I've never used slap juice. Wait a minute. I need to keep going. This storm is shrinking. Alright, let's go. Ah! Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck this game! Hackers, cheats! Fucking stream snipers! Oh, God, dude! Hackers, dude! Do you see how he aimbotted me? Oh, report! I need to report. Can we all mass report this guy for his clearly fraudulent gameplay? I was lasering everyone. God, the whole lobby was afraid of me. All right, I'm gonna watch House. I'm gonna watch House because I'm pretty sure I'll win the next one, and I want to save that for a duo. Let's watch House. Let's watch House MD's nuts. Talk about it. Hey. All right. Go get snackies. I'll get the episode. So last episode was a weird Hurricane Katrina, false parent, kind of racism from House type episode. But now we're in an entirely new. There was poop out of a mouth. That happened. There was definitely poop out of a mouth. So we haven't got a lighthearted episode in a while. But this one is the season finale of season 2. And they always go big for the finale. In fact, the best episode of House that I've seen so far on this watch has the finale of season 1, where he told 3 stories about how his leg got hurt and only one of them was true. It's a great episode. So you figure this finale, called No Reason, has to be fucking good. So we're gonna watch the House finale right about meow, said the cat. But I'm gonna get some snackies, so let's get that. Let's get that set up. Skip. Full screen. And I watched it on TikTok. It's great. Oh God, what a society, dude. What a society. ladies and gentlemen, a toast to the high life. Nothing better than baby carrots, a Miller High Life, and House MD. A woke-free beer. Yeah. Thank God. Is that beer woke? No, sir. I will say Bud Light is in the absolute dumpster. Generally, and I think it's more of like they were universally cowardly on all fronts, and so everybody hates their brand. But, you know, usually like the Nike Go Woke Global stuff didn't work out. Disney didn't work out. But in this case, Bud Light is like, it went from the undisputed #1 beer brand in America to now it's not even top 10. Like, it's a meteoric fall. Hey, H-Rock, I was trying to stream snipe you because I wanted to show you my clown skin, but I ended up just winning the game. Interesting. So my claims of stream snipers ruining my games. Proven. Interesting. That chatter, by the way, his real name's Tifu. Okay. Wait. Sorry. I'm eating carrots. You died too early to properly stream snipe? Alright. That's one theory. Let me thank some subs before I jump into the house, and then we'll just fucking vibe. We're gonna vibe check, watch house, end of the night. It'll be fun. The Genius C137. Oh, a fellow fucking Rick and Morty fan, huh? Thank you for the 2 months. Pickle Rick, dude. You'll get it. If you know, you know. Joking Apes, thank you for the 5 months. Magic Stick, thank you for the 15. Sigan XD, thank you for the 10. Mantic Manticore, thank you for the 26. Dyson Bearer, thank you for the 22. J. Ray May with the 33. Grizz Joe with the 29. Damn, a lot of long timers. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. Delicious Noodle, thank you for the 7. Marcusum, thank you for the 14. Stunashay with the 36. Thank you. VG Robert, thank you for the 8. Ron Swanson, thank you for the 4. Ninja Waffle with the 6. Dylan Sharp with the 39. Sorry I missed it. That's awesome. Snickers E for the 13. Goog with the 23. Leviax with the 5. Toketel Death with the 24. What do you mean for the 3? Fanta with the 4. Pablo with the 7. Wobblip with the 11. Crossfire with the Prime. Alpha Hawk with the 27. Comp with the 28. Thank you all for the subs. That was in the Dugan with the Prime. Signy with the 16. Thank you all. I very, very much appreciate it. Especially because I haven't been super active lately, so it means a lot. Thank you very much. All right, let's watch House. Wait, sorry. I'm going dark.
He's got a temperature of 103.
And why do we care?
Because we're human beings. That's what we do. He said he was at a luncheon meeting.
You took his history?
Guy looks like Harpo. You should see him.
You asked him what book he's currently reading.
It's hilarious to watch him try and talk. I asked him anything I could think of. Favorite color?
Whoa. Favorite dessert topping? Trust me, you never know what fact may prove the key to saving our life.
Whip ram.
I asked him if he was sure. Where are you going?
You're an ass.
I know. Where are you going?
This is either a toxin, an infection, or an allergic reaction. I assume you gave him epi, so that rules out allergies. Put him on antibiotics in case it's an infection. And if it's a toxin, we'll keep him here overnight. Let the swelling go down, send him home. I'm going to the movies.
Oh, the movies.
Which one of you is House?
Skinny brunette.
No, it's Dr. Cameron.
I'm skinny. How do you know her name?
I was a patient of yours.
Oh, well, If you want to leave the chocolates downstairs.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Stay away from it.
Whoa! Okay, we're off to a good start.
Shocking, isn't it? Who'd want to hurt you?
Oh, we got a good house episode today. This is finale talk, baby. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned banger. House gets shot in the intro. I can't fathom why anyone would hate House Clueless. He has pissed off a lot of patients over the years. Bro missed, must have that Atrioc aim.
You're pathetic.
I'm timing you out, Lonely Loaf. Because I can do that. Because it's my fucking stream.
Growth. I'd say I've been unconscious.
See you in
for
10
2
minutes,
days.
bro.
Been sitting there the whole time.
No,
Judging by the oily buildup in your hair, I'd say you're lying.
I was scared. Pardon me for caring.
Did I lose any organs?
A bullet to your abdomen pierced your stomach, nicked the bowel, lodged in the posterior rib.
I always say if you're gonna get shot, do it in a hospital.
The one in your neck
True.
I don't remember that one.
went right
He
through.
got shot
7 year
twice and
jugular.
didn't die?
The shooter turns out to be a guy who...
Don't care.
You don't care why a guy walked into a hospital and shot a doctor? Shot you?
I assume his reasoning was faulty. So what was it? Infection?
The surgery went fine. You've had no post-op.
Me? Patient? Harpo?
You just got shot, House. You should rest.
I got shot. Diagnostically boring. Big fat tongue, on the other hand.
What a Chad.
Endlessly entertaining.
We biopsied his tongue.
Giga Chad.
It was negative. And the blood tests were negative.
I didn't say we did blood tests.
You don't biopsy a tongue unless you have to biopsy a tongue, and you don't have to biopsy a tongue unless you've already come up with nothing in a routine battery of tests, which don't involve torturing the patient. Any new symptoms other than the increased intracranial pressure?
How does he know?
Any guesses on how I figured that one out?
You knew the next step would be a lumbar puncture. A lumbar puncture would almost certainly give us a definitive answer. Since we don't have a definitive answer, we must not have done an LP, and the most common reason to not do an LP is increased intracranial pressure. He was shot by security trying to... House,
What are you doing, House?
House,
Talking to Cuddy.
lie down. You've got to be in pain.
He got shot twice.
Not today. Today I'm on morphine.
You're gonna
Wait.
rip your stitches out.
Also, why would they put him in the same room? Dude busted into the hospital and shot a doctor, and they're gonna put him in the next bed? Nobody thought about that?
Check Harpo's trash.
Forget about the patient.
You're curious. Trash? You don't know what I'm talking about, but you know it's good.
You can't just be walking around.
Well, then stop me.
You've lost
Physically
blood.
stop me.
You could
You
damage.
can't. Because that would involve physically touching me, and then things would get so sexually charged.
Jesus. You're the boss. You're her boss.
I'm twice your size. Get your hands off me.
Everything that lives eats. Everything that eats poops. That's why every organ has a sanitation department, a lymph system. Whatever's doing the damage is dumping its waste.
Speaking of Riz, though, apparently she does have a crush on him. That's like a theme of the early seasons. Speaking of Riz, the sexually charged moment is her talking about everything lives, eats, everything that eats poops. That is her Riz.
Waste in there. That's what you meant by trash.
Biopsy the lymph node under the jaw.
Sorry, I know it's crazy, but there's no other place.
the ICU. It stands for intensive care. He needs intensive care, so do you.
He needs to be shot again.
He is handcuffed to his bed. He is sedated. He's not going to hurt you.
If your security was any good, I wouldn't have been shot in the first place.
He is where he's supposed to be, where you're supposed to
Who
be.
did my surgery?
Gillick. Why, are you going to send him a fruit basket?
He screwed up.
It's annoying enough dealing with your Vicodin habit. Quit upping your morphine.
I'm not. I'm reducing it.
What?
And you're not in pain?
Feeling better.
What?
Gillick's very good. Your recovery time.
My stomach kills me, my neck is throbbing, my leg feels better.
What?
That's amazing.
It's unbelievable. Since getting shot is not an FDA-approved treatment for anything, it means something must have gone wrong in the surgery.
Yes, terribly, tragically wrong. Enjoy the mistake.
He must have nicked something in my peripheral nervous system. If it's alleviating pain, who knows what else it's doing.
Get back to the ICU before you rip out your stitches, and I have to chain you to your bed.
Why did you try to kill me?
I didn't.
Then the gun thing might have been a mistake.
If I did kill you, it would have been over. I needed you to live.
This is like a fucking Batman villain. What the fuck are you talking about? Holy fuck, when did House get like a super villain?
I don't want to see you suffer.
Uh-oh. That's not legal. That's not legal. That's torture. God, that tongue is so
Get the needle out
gross.
of there.
Jesus
Breathe.
Christ. Oh no. Oh no.
House. The test was negative.
Are you sure you want to be doing this?
I'm fine, I think. Cameron, you got my records?
They don't like to release patients' operative notes.
And yet you're holding them. And whispering.
Bro, every one of his staff like voices objections but never stops him. Nobody in the whole hospital are always like, hey, House, this is illegal. This is wrong. You can't do this. And then he just objects once and they go, okay. Like they never have they ever just been like, no, I'm serious. That's a rule.
He's sleeping.
Yeah. Killer needs his rest. Otherwise, he's grumpy all day. Hey! Wake up! Watch me save a life.
Almost for sure it's some sort of infection. We've got him on broad-spectrum antibiotics, but it's not even slowing the thing down. Unless we figure out what type of infection, we can't treat, and we can't figure out what type because we can't do an LP.
Do an LP. See what I did there? Couldn't have done that if you killed me.
We would have done an LP 2 days ago if we could have. That much pressure, something's bound to
We've
go.
done an LP 2 days ago if the risks hadn't so obviously outweighed the benefits. We just cut a hole in his throat. The equation has changed.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
Oh? He's becoming a mini House?
Pressure. 120 millimeters H2O.
This guy's having a bad day.
Related to respiration impulse.
So within normal.
Got a
That's
hole
good.
in his throat. His tongue is massive.
You want to hear a story?
I have a rule. People who shoot me forfeit the right.
My wife was sick. None of the doctors could figure out why.
Oh, I know this story. She died, so you selected one of her doctors to kill because that would make everything right again.
She lived.
Oh.
Cured her.
Oh.
I'm truly sorry I did that.
In the course of investigating her illness, you convinced me that everything was relevant. You needed the truth. I confessed to you that I had had an affair.
Okay.
But it turns out that it had nothing to do with why she was sick. Genetic predisposition to brain aneurysms.
Oh, he remembers now.
You told her that. You also told her about my affair.
That seems doctor-patient confidential.
She left you. Now I've got to pay because you can keep your little killer in your pants.
She killed herself.
Oh, God. That's tough. That's not really a Miller High Life moment, I gotta be honest with you. But I still am required to do the contractually obligated sponsor segment, so... Whether it's your late wife's disastrous suicide because of House MD's unnecessary information, or a cold day on the... or a hot day on the beach, there's never a better time to kick back with a Miller High Life. Living the high life since 1993. Thank you for being a proud sponsor of the Atriarch Watches House segment. It's the champagne of beers.
Has glass walls.
It's my husband.
Really?
He thought I just liked watching people get needles poked in the back?
No. Figured a coworker or a sister, not wife.
Why?
Don't worry, it's not insulting. At least not to you.
He's an asshole.
You're satisfied by that answer?
You're Dr. House, aren't you?
You're not going to shoot me, are you?
You treated a friend of mine. She told me you only talk to people if you have to. And then you insult them while showing off how insightful you are.
Nailed.
Sevens marry sevens. Nines marry nines. Fours marry fours. Maybe there's some wiggle room if there's enough money or somebody got pregnant. But you've got at least 3 points on your husband. And your frock says you didn't do it for the money. And your breasts say that you haven't had any kids.
So you figure my marriage is a mathematical error.
Numbers don't lie.
This guy's such a...
We're having trouble finding out what is the most likely culprit. It's an STD.
You want to know if I've had an affair with someone closer to my integer. And I have to tell you the truth or my husband will die.
Is your friend single?
No.
Damn it.
And I've always been faithful.
I would have bet money something would go wrong. Let's rotate him back.
House is part of our true rate me. He is.
LP wouldn't do this.
Lots of pressure behind. Gotta relieve it.
Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Oh, that made me want to throw up. That made me want to throw up. That's fucking gross, dude. I'm eating carrots. Oh, boy, gross. Oh my god. It reminds me of the eye-poppingly delicious flavor of Miller High Life. Available now. Oh, fuck.
What's going on? What are they doing?
I should go. Seen if torn my stitches.
This hospital's falling apart, bro. This hospital's a train wreck. That looks good. I would love a pancake right now. Yum.
You collapsed in the hall. Tore your stitches.
I remember. I was there.
They
How's your
handcuffed
gut?
him to the
It's
bed.
hurting?
You shoot the guy who sold her the gun.
She locked herself in the garage and she started the car.
You shoot the guy who sold her the garage door opener. You're an ass.
a bold position to take, given that I shot you.
Shooting just makes you an idiot. You're an ass because you're trying to wrap it in the flag like you did a good thing.
You're an ass and a hypocrite. You don't believe in rules. You do whatever you think is right. That's all I did. You were my role model.
Watch out, you're getting crumbs on the flag. I didn't commit to honor her. I didn't commit to never lie to her.
Well, if you kept your mouth shut, she'd be alive and you wouldn't be shot.
If you kept your pistols in your pants.
It's my fault. She's dead. I know it. But why can't you admit that it's maybe just a little bit yours too?
Ooh.
And maybe it's not just medical mistakes that screw things up.
Here's how life works. You either get to ask for an apology, or you get to shoot people. Not both. Infections don't make your eyes pop out.
You should get back. You're supposed to be chained to your bed.
Not done eating. Gotta be some sort of bleeding disorder.
This is really stupid.
Look, my stitches pop out again. I got 3 doctors to save me. Could be some sort of weakness in the lining of the ocular veins.
That looks good.
Okay, I'll be you guys. Nah, why, mate? Too much blood to just be a vein. No way, Hizzy. If it was an artery, he'd still be bleeding. Actually, he'd be dead.
He could have had a granuloma in his sinuses that
Oh,
bled,
no.
which could have been caused by Wegener's.
Oh, no. I was with it for the Australian voice, because we can make fun of them. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really with it for the black voice.
Noticed a giant growth while they were sticking the eyeball back in.
Tongue and eyes are sick. What about the nose? It's right in between. Why isn't it sick?
So it's not
No,
spreading.
fuck
It's
off,
got a
mate.
common source.
Which can only be what?
The brain, except the CT was clean.
Check the brain's trash, see what it's hiding.
Brain doesn't have a lymph system.
I know. All its garbage just blows off, gets caught in a snow fence by the side of the road.
You're referring to the blood-brain barrier.
What else? Biopsy the barrier.
Wouldn't it be safer to make a few?
Wait, why is Cameron looking like fucking Tom Cruise in Top Gun? Why is Cameron giga chatted out right now like she's about to fucking star in an action movie? That's not... Where did she get this fucking cool black jacket with these aviators? Holy wicked. Chase looks like a fucking nerd over here with his tie.
You educated guesses first. Try some relatively safe treatments.
Biopsy the barrier. First start him on the
She's about to cut the malarkey. She does have a Joe Biden-esque.
bendazole in case it's a worm.
And levofloxacin.
She's
in case
like
it's
an early
infection
Biden.
slipped by the first antibiotic.
And azithromycin for STDs.
I really don't think the wife is the kind to be messing around. If I was married to her, I certainly would.
House. The patient isn't married. He's a widower.
What?
Really, it's more helpful.
Are you
if did a
hallucinating,
prescribed
House?
Rehab yourself.
What a twist.
My body is fine. My mind, on the other hand.
Maybe she was a girl.
Wait, is he getting Wilson to do the rehab for him? That's so stupid. Why does Wilson... Wilson's an enabler, bro. This whole show, Wilson's like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, but he helps him out every step of the way.
Friend. Maybe she was just trying to jerk you around.
Spoke to every one of the nurses on that floor. The patient only had 6 visitors. 2 females, no babes. His mother and his aunt.
So they missed someone. They're not security.
My posse never saw her or me talking on the other side of the glass.
They were a little busy trying to save the guy's life.
There's only one possible conclusion. It's a hallucination.
Uh-oh.
What does that look like to you? 0.6?
Anesthesia? No. It's got to be 6 and a smudge. Let's say you're right. It wouldn't be that uncommon after trauma, after that much blood loss.
Perceptions are compromised, then my judgment is compromised. What if his wife told me that the patient just got bit by a rabid Vietnamese leper?
So pull yourself off the case.
In the next case,
You take 2 weeks. You recover.
what if I don't? What if it wasn't the shooting?
The guy who sees connections between everything sees no connection between being shot and minor brain disruptions.
What if it was the surgery?
What if it was the fact that you tore out your stitches and lost 2 pints of blood?
Nah, that's not
Why
it.
did Gillick give me ketamine during my surgery?
He took cat?
Working.
We need to talk.
Get back to the ICU. Who uncuffed you?
Why would a surgeon administer ketamine?
Who showed you your surgical file?
How do you know it's mine?
Because your patient hasn't had surgery and you don't care about anybody else.
My anesthesia was almost non-existent, and yet I wasn't awake.
For some reason, somebody decided to put me in a dissociative coma instead of just putting me out.
There are plenty of reasons to use.
Fine, I'll go beat the truth out of my surgeon. Gillick, right?
He's threatening to go assault a surgeon. Look, he's walking normally with no cane. It worked.
It worked.
Oh, shit.
There's a clinic in Germany. They've been treating chronic pain by inducing comas and letting the mind basically reboot itself. There's about a 50% chance your pain will come back, which of course means there is a 50% chance that it won't.
You had no right.
To heal you?
You messed with my brain.
Why are you so upset? Are you experiencing any neurological symptoms? Dizziness, tremors, hallucinations?
No.
Yup. Don't lie.
Point of principle.
Uh-oh. God damn, this guy's tongue is so gross. And his eyeball popped out.
Test was negative.
No trash against the fence. Is your leg really better?
Don't worry, I'm sure something else is wrong.
We did find blood.
It is malpractice. For sure. Like, they can't do it against his will. But he does do that all the time, so it is kind of cosmic justice. And also, it did work in his favor. And he's always complaining about his fucking leg.
On which side?
The wrong side.
First thing that makes sense.
Wrong side's the wrong side. It can't make sense.
Could mess with his brain. Wouldn't cause fever. He's been sleeping a lot lately.
You worried? I marked a change of meds on his chart. Foreign object. The body wants to get rid of it. That causes the fever.
Blood's a foreign object?
In the brain lining, it is. Blood dyscrasia means cancer.
Find it.
All the tests
Have been negative. What do you do if your trash cans are full? You use your neighbor's trash cans. Except it's still light outside. Your neighbor will see you. So you go out the back way into an alley and drop off your trash by their garage.
We'll check the lymphatic system in the chest.
You got that from trash cans in the alley?
The saliva glands from the tongue are connected to the lymphatic system in the lungs. It's the next lymphatic system over.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He's getting good.
Go get lung lymph.
Crikey.
How did he know that? I wouldn't have hired him if he wasn't smart.
Right.
Smarter than you? Chase MD?
You have nothing but respect for him. Maybe he knew the answer because the question wasn't nearly as tricky as you thought.
Oh.
Maybe he's not getting smarter. You're getting dumber.
he's jokering him, dude. He's like attacking his fucking He's trying to mind assault him, yeah.
You pretend to buck the system, pretend to be a rebel, claim to hate rules. But all you do is substitute your own rules for society's. And it's a nice, simple rule. Tell the blunt, honest truth.
Joker.
In the starkest, darkest way.
Society.
And what will be, will be. What will be, should be. And everyone else is a coward.
Sigma.
But you're wrong. It's not cowardly to not call someone an idiot. People aren't tactful or polite just because it's nice. They do it because they got an ounce of humility.
He's kind of spitting on this front. I don't know why he had to shoot a guy for that,
They
but
know that they will make mistakes. And they know that their actions have consequences. And they know that those consequences are their fault. Why do you want so bad not to be human, huh?
he's actually sleeping. Bro is snoozing.
No, he's awake.
House, we need to talk to you.
How the hell did you know I was awake?
Oh.
Your nostrils flare when you sleep.
No, they do test was negative.
You knew?
Force of habit.
Showed no cancer. No reason why he's got a fever of 103, and no reason why his tongue won't fit in his mouth.
He's post-op. Chase is getting him up and around.
It's important that you're up ASAP after
Jesus,
surgery.
this guy's having such a bad day.
You can urinate?
Oh, God. Oh, no. Don't make it worse for him.
What, are you getting aroused?
Wait, he's getting elephantitis of the balls? Jesus Christ, his balls popped?
Surgeons found no evidence of a burst artery.
This guy has... They're just giving him
Blood
the
had to
worst
come from
possible
somewhere.
things.
You took a shower.
Give him a break, God.
Trauma?
You think someone snuck in here just to kick him in the jewels and poke out his eye and swell up his tongue? Keep writing. I got a bet with my physio that I can do 100 clicks by Friday. What about blood from the kidneys?
Kidneys drain into the bladder, which drains into the ureter. There's no way it would mess with the scrotum.
Unless pee comes from the balls.
Basic human anatomy.
Holy shit, prove it.
Therefore, I think it's safe to assume that the problem lies elsewhere. But given that this case doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever, maybe we should even question the basics.
Maybe he's not human.
An anatomical defect would seem more likely, but let's not rule that one out.
Even more likely, he is human. His anatomy is where it's supposed to be, but he has testicular cancer.
We tested for cancer.
We tested the lymph system in his chest.
Surgeons found no growth.
Surgeons was trying to put everything back where it was. They weren't doing an inventory.
May have been lucky. You don't catch testicular cancer early, it kills. Probably eroded some vessel.
Yeah, I know. Question is why I didn't think of it.
Well, eyes popping out is a rather odd presentation.
Sac blowing up, on the other hand.
If you could think of everything yourself, you wouldn't need a team to annoy.
I screwed up some basic anatomy. And I'm misconnecting a testicular explosion with a testicular problem. Think there's any way I would have done that before Cuddy messed with my brain?
She was trying to help you, and it worked.
Yeah, I can run like the wind, but I can't think. Seeing as how I'm too old to become a professional athlete, it looks to me as if she screwed me over big time.
You don't want a healthy leg.
He doesn't.
Oh,
He
here we
doesn't.
go.
If you've got a good life, if you're healthy, you've got no reason to bitch, no reason to hate life.
Well, here's the flaw in your argument. If I enjoy hating life, I don't hate life. I enjoy it.
I didn't say it was rational. HIV testing is 99% accurate, which means there are some people who test positive, who live with their own impending doom for months or years before finding out everything's okay. Weirdly, most of them don't react with happiness or even anger. They get depressed. Not because they wanted to die, but because they've defined themselves by their disease. Suddenly, what made them isn't real.
I don't define myself by my leg.
No, you have taken it one step further. The only way you could come to terms with your disability was to somehow make it mean nothing. So you had to redefine everything. You have dismissed anything physical.
No, you're not a psychologist, Wilson. I get it. I mean, you might be onto something, you might be cooking, but you're not an expert on this either, bro. You're kind of... Everyone's fucking going off the deep end.
Anything not coldly, calculatingly intellectual.
Why are you protecting her?
Let him cook.
Because she's done nothing wrong.
You're completely comfortable with what she did to me.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
You agonize over moral choices. You're not completely comfortable with anything until...
Holy shit, what if it's fake? What if they faked doing it because they knew his pain wasn't real and there wasn't actually any fucking induced coma?
You've taken days to get your head around every possible side. I've known what she did for 6 hours. How come you're acting like you've known for days? What do I have?
You're not sick.
What do I have?
You need to calm down.
I have my brain. That's it.
We were trying to help you.
Yeah, nobody tries to screw up. They just do.
You were out of control. You were shooting more.
I can make people better. You two decide to trade that for jogging shoes.
If you're suffering from side effects, then we can look at that.
You value the physical so much. Let me put this in terms you can understand.
You're unbelievable. When you're out of your mind with anger and fear, you still couch it in logical terms. Are you hallucinating?
Yeah, I'm hallucinating.
No, I mean right now.
Are you hallucinating?
Oh, shit.
No, I was.
You were
Oh,
yelling at me.
shit.
You were calling me Wilson.
No,
Whoa, he's
Losing
falling
your
apart.
house.
He's losing it.
I never called Wilson by his name.
Oh, yeah, right. No, the hallucinator is going to tell the hallucinatee what happened.
You're not the hallucinatee. Wilson was the
You
hallucinatee.
think maybe you're focusing on the wrong thing here?
Cuddy's office was the hallucinatee. The bathroom was the hallucinatee.
Ah, bathroom, it figures.
What figures?
You wet your bed.
Little piss boy house? Oh, you're falling apart, buddy.
Test was negative.
No.
AFP and beta HCG say no testicular cancer.
So let's
Hard to seem chatted up in front of your team when you pissed your pants. You better cover that up with your blankie house.
recap. We've just ruled out everything, which does make sense. So the answer has to be something that does make sense. Do a cystoscopy. Make sure he's human.
Test was negative.
For him being human?
Everything was right where it's supposed to be. All the tubes go where they're supposed to go.
Most likely scenario, some kind of bacterial prostatitis.
Why didn't you think of that?
Find out if his father hunched. Did his father have trouble peeing? Did his father have sex with his own mother? If the answers to any of these questions is yes, assume you're right. If the answers are no, assume you're right, but biopsy some prostate limbs just to be sure.
But then we'd have to cut through his stomach, and since he's clearly got a bleeding problem, this kind of surgery might...
He doesn't clearly have anything.
How did I get here?
What are you talking about?
I was in the ICU. And I was coming down these stairs with you guys. What happened in between?
Is he still hallucinating?
I don't remember how I got here. Taking myself off my case.
Your patient's in critical care. He's had a fever unabated for
I think I'm losing my mind.
Uh-oh.
I'm having blackouts.
You said you weren't having...
Someone in chat did say it, but like the guy with the bursted eyeball and nutsack and swollen tongue and bleeding and like stomach problems has also had so many tests run on this episode. He's gonna be fucking bankrupt. They just keep doing every possible test, which is just gotta be fucking racking up the bills. He literally is just getting the shittiest end of the stick.
Any...
I lied.
If you are doing this to scare me, you made your point. Next time you get shot, I promise to only treat the bullet wounds.
I'm off the case. Why did you jump up when I came in?
I thought you were gonna attack me again.
No.
Again?
Yeah, you were in my face. You were...
No, I wasn't.
You came in here with Wilson
That
and...
was a hallucination.
No,
Which
you...
means this is a hallucination.
Oh shit. You're falling apart, brother. He's logicking his own mind out of his hallucinations. Inception could never, by the way. I just want you guys to know Inception could never.
How can I tell what's real and what's not? Everything looks the same, sounds the same, tastes the same.
Seems like I'd be the last person you'd want to ask.
Why not? You're obviously not here. I'm obviously not here, which means this is a creation of my mind, which means I'm really just asking myself.
You talking to yourself, that's a lot of unnecessary explanation.
Hey, I'm trying to work this out. It requires give and take, even in my own mind.
What was the question?
How can I tell what's real?
Does it matter?
That doesn't sound like something I'd ask.
All right.
Your concern is that if you act in the real world based on information that's not real, the results are impossible to foresee.
With you so far.
But information is incapable of harm in and of itself. Ideas are neither good nor bad, but merely as useful as what we do with them. Only actions can cause harm.
That sounds like me.
You do nothing. You refrain from taking any actions. You continue to throw out your ideas as you always would, but if they're based on faulty assumptions, your team will point that out. They won't do anything that could hurt them.
That's a terrible. The domineering boss who's always right throws out
Test was
dumb,
negative.
wrong ideas, hoping that the team.
Structural abnormalities.
Something doesn't make sense. What does that mean? It's not rhetorical. I need your input on everything I ask, no matter how obvious it might seem.
It means you're wrong.
It means one of your assumptions is wrong. If something doesn't make sense, it can't be real. So, what are our assumptions?
We don't have any. We're just guessing and testing.
We assume the tests are right.
We've already redone them twice.
Let's go more basic.
They've done all the tests
And
twice.
the test results.
Tests themselves. What does a biopsy consist of?
You take a sample.
Define sample.
It's a small representative piece of whatever you think is the problem.
You go down to the shore, you fill a cup of water. It's got no fish in it. Does that mean no fish in the ocean?
We can do another biopsy.
So we could fill another cup of water. But we gotta dive in. We gotta see what's actually in there.
We can't operate. He's got a bleeding problem.
We assume he's got a bleeding problem.
Yeah, because he bled from where he wasn't supposed to bleed, causing parts of his body to blow up. Assuming that crazy assumption is correct, if we operate on him, we'll kill him.
What if we could find a way to do this surgery without giving him more than a paper cut?
Holy shit, he's cooking.
You want to let a robot?
This guy
operate
is
on
so.
The technology
fucked.
is amazing. It magnifies everything 10 times. It's 10 times the accuracy.
No way. I want a person.
A person will be controlling it.
People suck. People have turned you from a guy with a swollen tongue into a guy with one eye, one ball, and a stapled-on face. You want someone to hold you while you cry yourself to sleep.
That is the perfect quote for the fucking massive cash settlement this guy's gonna get, by the way. When he sues this fucking hospital for malpractice. He should have been recording that. Holy fuck.
At night, choose warm and soft. You want someone to write you a poem, pick the sensitive loner. If all you care about is that something's done right, pick the guy with the metal head.
No way.
No way, no way. You gotta see this thing in action before you say no way. Come on.
House, what are you doing?
Nothing. I'm not doing anything. Just throwing out ideas. I think you should put him in a wheelchair and take him down to the OR, but I may be out of my mind.
They're having Cameron just sit under a scalpel.
Relax, Cameron. I'm not gonna cut you. I just want to show what this puppy can do.
Why is she there?
1mm incisions.
What?
You know how small that is?
Why would she be there
Small, you
if
mean
you're not gonna cut her?
If I do something that doesn't make sense, even to you, stop me.
What is happening?
Delicate, no?
Don't take off her shirt. Please, House, do not take off your employee's shirt. She's into that? She's into that? This is the least Riz thing I've ever seen. This is the worst Riz I've ever seen in my life.
Does that hurt? Seen enough?
The patient?
No.
That wasn't a question. You either do this or you die.
Your fucking nutsack exploded.
You wasted your life.
You're getting horny over this?
If only I'd spent more time dedicating myself to finding someone worthy to shoot.
If I had killed you, would it have mattered?
Not to me. If you got a pen?
You don't care if you live or die?
I care because I live.
can't care if I'm dead.
I don't want to hear semantics.
You anti-Semitic bastard.
Would anybody care that the world lost that wit?
Working here.
We would.
It's all right. You don't have to say anything. Just let me soak into your subconscious. You think that the only truth that matters is the truth that can be measured. Good intentions don't count. What's in your heart doesn't count. Caring doesn't count. But a man's life can be measured by how many tears are shed when he dies. Just because you can't measure them. Just because you don't want to measure them. Doesn't mean it's not real.
Is he Moriarty?
Does not make sense.
What is he writing, by the way?
And even if I'm wrong,
Big tongue equals bad
you're still miserable.
equals lupus.
Do you really think that your life's purpose was to sacrifice yourself and get nothing in return? No. You believe there's no purpose to anything. Even the lives you save, you dismiss.
Wait, what is he telling that woman?
You turn the one decent thing in your life and you taint it, strip it of all meaning.
That's the guy's wife. Oh, that's the guy's original wife. That's Moriarty's wife. So he was hallucinating. He remembered her, and she was the one who was 3 points. Okay, I get it.
You're miserable for nothing. I don't know why you'd want to live.
And she killed herself? Because this fucking guy cheated on her? Bro, Queen, leave him. Leave him. He's got the George Costanza hair, bro. Oh, he's sorry? Wait, he's learning?
I know what's wrong.
Damn, he solved it.
House, get out of here. You're not sterile.
You'll be fine.
What's he got? How come you guys have never tried to yank me off this case? I'm having hallucinations, blackouts.
Wait a minute.
You're always insane, and you're always right.
Yeah.
Almost always, eventually right. You have no way of knowing.
Is this
what
whole
eventually
thing
is.
hallucination?
Every time I've had an epiphany on this one, you guys were right on board. No challenges, no need to explain. No offense, but either you guys are getting smarter or I'm getting dumber.
Oh my God, that's why fucking Chase was so smart. Because it's just House talking to himself. No way an Australian could be that smart. Oh, crikey!
Worked with you long enough to know.
I know the test results even before you enter the room. We have identical knowledge. How is that possible?
You're wrong.
Something doesn't make sense. One of your assumptions has to be wrong. Because if something doesn't make sense, it can't be real. But what if the faulty assumption is that it's real?
House, you're losing it.
I've lost it.
Oh.
Why did you stop me?
Because I think you're gonna kill him.
You don't think that. You know it. Because you're in my head. As long as the delusion makes sense, my mind lets it go on. I have to make it not make sense. I have to push it past the point where it can trick my mind.
Well, okay. Why don't you fucking imagine SpongeBob walking in or something instead of trying to kill the patient? Because if you're wrong, that's a really fucking bad thing to do.
It's real, you're killing a man.
It's also possible that I may already be dead. I don't don't believe in the afterlife.
House, go back to your room. If this is a hallucination, it's a good one. You're pain-free, you can walk.
It's not real, therefore it's meaningless. I want meaning.
Why are they not stopping him? Why are they not stopping him? This is crazy! He's not that strong, he's an old man! Imagine it's, you better wake up. You better wake up right now, because that's jail time. That's like a long time in jail. Nobody's waking up, bro. You just fucking murdered a man. A man who had the worst day ever.
God.
A single bullet.
Goodbye.
He was shot.
Twice.
Once in the abdomen.
Oh,
once
it's
in
all
the knee.
happened.
It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
Wow, the whole thing was hallucination.
Tell Cuddy. No one kidding me.
So that whole fucking episode was him hallucinating himself, talking him into doing Ket. The entire purpose, start to finish, was a mental battle of a Redditor with himself, talking him into doing Ket. Holy shit, that was a banger episode. On God, that was a finale worthy of the name, start to finish. Thank you. That was fun. That was a fun one. That was a fun one. Uno Mas? No, Meggies. Uno Mas? No, that doesn't end. It's the season finale. I'm going to hang out with Ari and then go to bed. I want to say good night. Good night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for enjoying Marketing Monday today. I thought it was a pretty good one. It's the first time we've done like a non-Winston Fails Marketing Monday in like many moons. Many moons. Hope you enjoyed. Sevens, thank you for the support. Thank you for the subs today. I do sincerely and honestly and appreciate it. Rezi and Espectacor and Felix and Steak. Congratulations to Espectacor on his 2 years of streaming. Big day for him. 2 years of streaming. Congratulations to him. That is very cool. He's not online to raid, so we'll raid somebody else. 2 years of streaming and a 2% victory rate in Hitman Horse. One of these days, though. One of these days, bro. I swear to God. Raid Mango? I could raid Mang. I could raid the Mangster. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Why not? Yeah, we'll raid Mang. He's doing a VTuber. Yeah, we'll raid VTuber Mango.
You don't think that?
Position in history. I've been listening to a podcast about early Stuart England. And I just got to the part where King James died. Is it wrong to pog about it? No, I knew that guy. He was a dick. Feel free to pog, good sir. I met him at many a party back in early England, and the guy was an asshole. He wasn't fun. I'm not saying like he did anything wrong. What I'm saying is he was a vibe killer at parties. Like we'd be at the function and we'd have good music going, good vibes, and he'd always want to like stop and talk about, I don't know, crypto or something. And it's like, bro, shut up. Let us vibe. So honestly, I think he should die for that alone. Surf's rights. He kept talking about surf's rights, and I'm like, bro, who cares about surfs, bro? Unless it surfs up my private island, I don't care. What's the crypto of the 1600s? Tulips. Tulips would be that. Actually, when was Tulip Mania? When was Tulip Mania? I should know this. Economics. I should know this. Tulip Mania was 1600s. I was right. Holy fuck, I'm smart as hell. Holy fuck. Well, it doesn't help that you lived in that time period. I can't. I don't think it's considered smart to know things you lived through. Okay, you guys have the same joke? You want to? Is there other variations on it you want to make? Big A equals old. Barely. Also, my abs actually hurt today, so you can't make me laugh, chat. I mean, physically you can't because you're not funny, but if you could, don't. I've been planking, dude. Nice shirt. Aspect 2-year anniversary. Yeah, I watched today. This is honestly one of my favorite pieces of streamer merch that I've ever received for free. No, I think I paid for this one. Aspect I had like 100 subs at the time. I should have paid. If I got it for free, I'm an asshole. How long do you think the actors strike will last? Actors strike is very tough to say. Actors have a lot more leverage than writers. They may be able to make a quicker deal. But I hope they make the deal together. My fucking earnest willingness is that the actors and the writers find a way to both get what they want from the studios instead of being picked apart. Have you been keeping up with the UPS strike news? Only in headlines. I don't know details. I do know that the UPS workers are planning on striking, and you know, I wish them success, but I don't know anything more than that. Do you think Microsoft will get a deal with the UK? We'll talk about it today. Got a lot to talk about today when it comes to Marketing Monday on a Tuesday with the largest tech merger acquisition in history. Has just been approved, and we'll talk about that today. But I'm sort of finishing my soup. We'll start in like 10, 15. Just vibing, checking how's it going. Hey, H-Rock, I was wondering your opinion on Netflix's game strategy. You mentioned a while back you thought it was a failure because they didn't have any good games. But now they seem to have a new strategy of buying games. Now you can get games like Before Your Eyes, 12 Minutes, and 11, even Balloons TD6 for free with a Netflix subscription. Do you think it's worth them buying these properties? Balloons TD6 on Netflix? Genius. It's genius. I don't think they are still at the point where someone would keep or buy a Netflix subscription that they otherwise wouldn't have because of the games. If they, you know, if they otherwise don't feel like the shows are worth it or the movies are worth it, but they keep it for the games, I don't think we're there. But I sort of see their plan long term to become more of a entertainment hub in general, especially as consumers spend more and more of their time gaming and less watching TV shows and movies. Hi, just bought a Netflix subscription for Balloons TD6. Oh, you're the guy. I make enough where I don't care for the cost of a subscription, and so I'm happy with any and all content they add. Yeah, of course. Yeah, everyone likes more stuff being added to their... We'll talk about this today. I mean, everyone who subscribes to something likes more stuff being added to it. That's a win, because you're getting more for less money. It's a big pog. But, you know, there's these cutoff lines where you churn. And if it doesn't change those, then it's just sort of a waste of money on their part, and they won't do it again long term. And again, many consumers are not exactly like you. Many consumers in the streaming space are very choosy and churny, which is where they'll pick a subscription service that has a show they want, they'll buy it for 1 month, they'll binge the show, and then they'll cancel. That is a very common consumer practice when it comes to streaming, and the streamers fucking hate it. They fucking hate it. Like, they really want to change things to where you are kind of a long-term, never-quit kind of subscriber. And so adding things like games is all part of the plan to try and do that. And Netflix, again, has one of the lowest churns of all the streamers. Or the ones that's considered like more of a bill. Like you got your electricity bill, your light bill, your water bill, and your Netflix bill. And everything else is like a choice that you kind of take and go as you like the shows. My brain is so rotted, I keep getting the Netflix streamers confused with Twitch streamers. What do you mean? When I say like Netflix is competing in the streaming space, you think they're starting to play Call of Duty and like shout out subs? Is that because that is brain rot? You do have brain rot. I 100% agree. You have your brain is rotted out of your skull. If that's Hey, Shirok, did you hear about the Broadcom VMware 61 billion acquisition? I feel like it sneaks under the radar with Microsoft taking the spotlight. Not to undermine it, though. Yeah, it has. Snuck under the radar. I've read almost nothing about it. I did hear about it, but I... Whoa! My mirrors, thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate it. I think... I mean, I'll sort of mention it, but I just think that in general, the win today for Microsoft is going to lead to even more of this in all industries. It's kind of like an all-clear signal for big mergers. So yeah, a lot of companies that were holding back are going to move forward. What do you think of BlackRock? That's like saying, what do you think of Satan, Lord of Darkness? What do you think about Lucifer? Where do you stand on him? BlackRock is fucking evil, bro. They're bad. What? No one is. I haven't met anyone who's like, yeah, I think BlackRock's cool. Like, they're pretty chill. I like that they vastly overpay for all single-family homes in America, so that nobody can afford a home, and the price of homes continues to rise. Then jack up the rents on all of them. There's a restaurant named BlackRock. They make really good foos. I assume you mean food, and I assume that's not relevant. Do you think people would hate them less if they were called White Rock? Okay, Dr. House in chat, everybody. Dr. House is a viewer of the stream. House MD. Is it League of Legends Day? No. My hotly anticipated League of Legends Tuesdays have to be delayed for marketing, which nobody likes. I have to cover actual business stuff on the stream with graphs and charts, and so unfortunately we're delaying League of Legends Tuesdays, where I silently play League of Legends for 3 hours. Let me get my fucking thing going, bro. Let me get my fucking music. Any updates on the launch of the YouTube channel? Yes, I have an update. No, it's coming. This week is what I keep saying. This week, we're so close. This week, so close, so close, so close, so tantalizingly close. When I was a freshman in college in 2015, so okay. My roommate walked into my common room and goes, I just started this amazing show. It's called House. I was baffled. That is a fantastic story. You should tell that story on tour. I honestly think you should go on stage and charge for tickets to tell that story to people in the audience, because it is riveting. It has a beginning, a middle, and a thrilling end. It's a hero's journey, really, yeah. Like, I feel like I laughed, I cried, I learned something. When I was a freshman in college, my roommate illegally bought a gun. Very hard to illegally buy a gun in America. I feel like anywhere you buy a gun in America, you can just trip and make it legal. It's like he really had to try. He had to want it to be illegal. And that's almost badass in a way. Just go to Walmart. I've told the story, but I distinctly recall my roommate in college. We had a shared bathroom on the two sides, like 2 people on one side, 2 people on the other side, shared bathroom in the middle. So 4 college freshmen to 1 bathroom, and walked in there. He was naked. I don't know, staring at himself in the mirror or something. And I was like, whoa. And then instead of him like covering himself up, he like started bouncing, like he freaked out and started bouncing and like fucking meat spinning his way back to his room, which was odd. And then we didn't talk for like 2 weeks. Which again, maybe that's like 2010 homophobia, right? I shouldn't be worried about it. That is strange. Yeah, that is strange. Mating call. Were you baffled? I guess I was a little baffled. Oh, did I tell a story about... So, sophomore year. We'll get to Marketing Monday, by the way. I have a lot to say about this merger, which I think is incredibly interesting and has unique aspects on the rest of our lives. But in sophomore year, all right, we had individual rooms, okay? And I think 2 bathrooms in the whole unit. It was a bigger unit. It was nice. And we couldn't fill our 4th room. We had 3 roommates, and we needed the 4th one filled. And our guy dropped out or something, or went on exchange. And so we had to get a fill-in randomly from the school. And they gave us this guy who I will call Christian, because that was his real name. And I couldn't think of a fake one. So his name was Christian, and he was in the 4th room. And Christian, again, this is not the problem, but I'm just painting a picture of the guy. Christian was at age, I mean, I don't know. At most, he was 20, right? But was completely bald and extremely overweight. All right, again, that's not a problem. I'm bald. And if I keep fucking eating Golden Grams, I'll be there too. That's not a problem. But he was, you know, he had that vibe of somebody who's weirdly starey and also mouth breathes. So like, so, you know, it's not a great first impression, but it's fine. Whatever. Then we start living with him, and he had an unfortunate habit of sitting in his room all day, skipping all of his classes, and listening loudly to Katy Perry's Teenage Dream. Watching the video, by the way. Not just listening to it, but watching on loop Katy Perry Teenage Dream music video. Now, the door was shut, but that is odd, right? And it did all the time. So that threw us off a little bit. We weren't you know, he really, really liked that video of Katy Perry where she like kind of shows her boobs. Very much like that. Okay. Then he would randomly, in the middle of the night, like we'd come back to the apartment at like midnight or 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. and he'd be standing in tighty whities in the common area, staring out the window, eating a Snickers bar. Nothing but tighty whities. This happens multiple times. We come back and again, Ari has to come back and see him, and he's just standing there, and he just is weird, all right? But again, these are quirks. They're odd, but, you know, we don't, whatever. Then, one day, we come back, and the apartment, the second you open the door, you are waterboarded with the worst smell I have ever smelled. And the entire apartment, the whole common area, like a snail trail from his room, is covered in vomit. Like rancid vomit that is like baked into the carpet. That has clearly been there like for hours. Hours and hours and hours. Just fucking rancid vomit all over. It smells terrible. I don't know what the fuck happened. But we are incapable of living in the apartment at that point. It smells too bad. And at that point, we get mad. At that point, it's like, hey, Christian, what the fuck? Like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, you know, whatever. All right, well, then what the fuck is going on? And he's like, no, don't worry, I'll clean it. Okay. Okay, cool. I would assume so. So first, his attempt to clean it is that he goes like to the front desk of the dorm, which is owned by the school, ASU, and like asks them to clean it. And they're like, no, like you have to clean it. And then he's like, all right, well, can I check out some cleaning supplies? And they're like, yeah, I mean, here's the form and this is the options. So he checks out a vacuum. That's it. He checks out one fucking vacuum, comes back, and vacuums up the remains of the vomit. Now, this does not get all of the vomit residue that is crusted into the carpet. first of all. Barely helps, but he vacuums it up. Then, that night, I mean, while he's vacuuming, we all left. I was staying with friends. We, like, literally stayed in someone else's door because it smelled so bad. I think I stayed with Ari, actually. Maybe it was good. Maybe he helped me riz, dude. I'm married now to this woman, and I stayed over maybe the first night because of this fucking vomit. Wingman Christian. Anyway, don't clap for him too much because at 2 a.m., he's decided I've finished vacuuming. He hasn't. There's plenty of vomit left. But he decides at 2 a.m. he's finished vacuuming. So he takes this rancid vacuum filled to the brim with his disgusting vomit, goes back to the RA at the front desk, and tries to turn it in. And they're like, you have ruined this vacuum. You need to clean this out. This is not, you can't just hand it back. You must clean this vacuum. At which point, at 2 a.m., Christian physically assaults the RA. Physically attacks the RA, leading to the police getting called. And him getting immediately expelled from the school. Interesting. The next day, Christian's mom, who is a sweet lady, shows up and gathers his things and says sorry. We never saw Christian ever again. Now, bonus points. Also, we had to clean. we had to clean the residue, which was fucking shit. It was awful. Awful. God, that was so disgusting. He was just gone. No one did anything for us. Now, because Christian was kicked out in the middle of the semester and there was an open spot in our room, a Korean exchange student by the name of Jin had gotten a last-minute ASU exchange deal. He was like the last person to do it. And there was no open dorms left in the whole area except for this room because we had just randomly got an open area. So Jin moves in with us and turns out to be one of the chillest, coolest dudes of all time. A guy who was like dreading going to become a salaryman in Korea. So he wanted to like just party it up in Arizona State. And he showed up and he just like wanted to go to every party and like fucking golf and have, I mean, he was a fucking absolute Chad, had a great time. And then later, when I did exchange student in Korea, like 2 years later, he like showed me all around and was a great homie. So it was actually fucking awesome, but we had to endure the pain of Christian to get to the gin. You know what I'm saying? The lesson of this story is that anything bad will lead to you partying in Korea. All right, are you following along? It's a journey. So don't be depressed. Depression isn't real. Are you catching up? This is a dope. Write this down. So which Fortune 500 company is Christian now the CEO of? Christian later changed his name to Bobby Kotick. And became the CEO of Activision Blizzard. What a tale. Okay. 5 minutes and we'll do Marketing Moon Day. See? Look. It even says it. Marketing Monday on a Tuesday. I know it's real. But I'm finishing this soup that Ari made for me. And I'm pretty hungry, so. Bro, you slurping that soup. Thank you for your wise comment, chatter. What would I do without you to look at what's happening on the screen and then write it down? Soup slurper. I can't. VIP him. Did you see? Wait, what? Did you see the Guardian linked Musk saying Zuck is a cuck to white supremacy? Dude, I'm having such a meltdown because obviously Elon Musk is a fucking clown, but I spend a lot more time on Threads now because I feel comfortable posting there. You know, I have a smaller audience. I feel like I can just talk about business. And so I'm more time on Threads. And I see the most inane, pandering shit on there. Like, Threads is so fake nice that it makes me sick. It's like fucking Instagram X10 sometimes. And like literally seeing Mark Zuckerberg reply to a thread about Marvel movies going, I love Marvel movies, smiley face, like makes me want to scream. Because it's like fucking Avengers Assemble. If you know, you know. It's just so pandering. Like he's literally jumping in when like I'm relatable. He's jumping in. Like he finally has a chance to be cool. And he's taking it too far. Fuck. Just stick to hating on Elon Musk. That part's cool. Stop doing the brand. Like, and I also, one thing that always irks me when I did brand social, even at like Twitch. Seeing brands go back and forth and do little, oh, it's so disgusting, bro. Seeing like fucking 7-Eleven go like, who up? And then fucking host just be like, me? I just fucking hate brands do little in-character banter. It's so awful. It's so awful. And like it's all over Threads. Threads is full of like just brand social media managers talking to each other. And it fucks me up. Scrub Daddy fucking the Duolingo owl. At least that's edgy. You know, at least there's a little bit of edge to that. Although I don't really love that either. Brands are legally people. Don't be rude. You're right. They could probably sue me for libel. They probably hired new people and they are hyped. Bro, you're so built in to defend these brands. You are literally inventing a story in your mind of like a plucky young upstart intern who's like, can't wait to make new friends on Threads while working for Raytheon. Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. God damn. We're allowed to make fun of these brands. Stop hurting the brand's feelings. All right, so I think we're almost ready. I'm gonna get a water, an agua, and then we will do Marketing Monday on FTC, Xbox, Microsoft, Sony. Biggest tech merger in history. Bada bing, bada boom. Anything else? Anything else we want to talk about? Did I have anything I wanted to show you guys? I'm sure I have some fun stuff. I'm sure I had some fun stuff. Oh, dude. Did you see this? This is fucking crazy. Wait. Hold. This guy. A Russian submarine commander was assassinated because he was posting his workouts on Strava of his actual routes. And then after they killed him, Ukraine, they liked the post. That's fucking crazy. War is getting crazy. Oh, I lost my camera. Wait, I got that shit is crazy, bro. Did you see the threat they made before that? No, I didn't. And then what else? Wait. I think I had other stuff. Let's see. Oh, I saw this post. Yeah, you know, I've been like, because honestly, I was just thinking about it today, and I was like, you know, I am happy for Zuckerberg, and I'm happy Threads is growing, but it was just so saccharine on there. So the vibes were so fake nice that it was putting me off. And then I went to Twitter, and I saw this, and I was like, this is home. It was a guy, or it was a news post that said, 5-year-old girl left in tears after she's fined 150 pounds by a London council for setting up a lemonade stand, which is tragic, right? She got fined for, like, this is insane. And then the top comment was, just because you're 5 doesn't mean the law doesn't apply to you, fucking little twat. And I was like, Twitter can't be replaced, bro. Twitter cannot be replaced. This is not... There's nothing on Threads that gets that same rush. People aren't haters. They don't have the same level of energy that Twitter has. So I don't know. I'm going to have to use both. Also, I mean, I woke up this morning and I was like refreshing everything because I knew the Activision Blizzard thing would be announced today, like I said yesterday. And so I was like, I really wanted to see it as it happened. And refreshing Twitter, there's like tons of news about it, like the second it happened. And refreshing Threads, there was nothing. Threads kept giving me horseshit, dude. So I was like, I was mad. I threaded this morning that like, you just can't get news in this app. This app's not good for news. It's only good for like, you know, funny memes and shit and dog pictures. All right, let me get my water and then we'll start. So hold tight for a second. I'll play a little tunes. Oh, God. Literally 1984? Wait, what do you mean? What's 1984 about it? What does that mean? How is that applicable? Can we expect any whiteboard action? You betcha. You bet that I've shoehorned this whiteboard in to today's discussion. Because I love to use this whiteboard that I spent money on and set up and built and have found zero uses for so far. Yes! All right. I think I'm ready. I think I'm genuinely ready. Do you think I'm ready? Yeah, I think I'm ready. Ish. Yeah, all right, fuck it. Yeah, I'm good. I'm chill. Why not, bro? Why not? And we'll figure it out if we figure it out. Wait, oh, did I include that one part? That's the last thing I was copy pasting. Hold. Yeah, I did. Oh my God, I'm on it. I'm on the ball lately. This is crazy. Okay, so before I jump into this, again, I have done all the work of reading through the judgment, of compiling charts and graphs, of thinking about what's going on, of reading different opinions. And all I ask of you is one simple thing. And that is when I play the following intro video to analyze the screen with your peepers and find which part of it is you and then tag yourself. If you could do that so kindly right now, please.
I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker. Time passing me by, I'm cold but it's July, and I know that my disguise will melt off in a sunrise, and I know that it's designed for the sun to make me shine, but it feel like this time that my heart's been modified, and I won't make it to the night. They tell me I'm too young to be thinking like this, got my life ahead of me, but feel like it's in abyss, like my life left for a mistress. Call me back, I must have missed it. I should have been a skater, maybe a heartbreaker, some kind of creator, simple money maker. I'm just a simple money maker.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Marketing Monday on July 11th, a Tuesday, about the recent acquisition of Oh, fuck. Wait, I gotta have to redo that. wait. About the recent acquisition of Activision Blizzard for a whopping $69 billion, the largest acquisition in tech history. Microsoft looms large and has purchased one of the largest studios in gaming to feed their growing console and cloud business. And today, as of a few hours ago, it was officially approved by the judge overseeing the case against the FTC. Or they stopped the FTC from blocking it, which means it's likely to go through. And I want to talk through what that decision means, because it happened, okay? The trial is over. The judge has decided to deny the FTC's preliminary injunction request, and it's very, very likely at this point that Microsoft's deal will go through. What does that mean for us, the average, beleaguered, everyday gamer? What does it mean? Well, I saw a great opinion. The legal system worked by Lulu Chang. A fair and neutral court has reached the correct conclusion about Activision Blizzard's merger based on facts and the law. The judge's ruling rejects the FTC's ideologically driven attempt to prevent a deal that benefits gamers and allows more competition instead of protecting the market leader. Based. Who is Lulu Chang, you ask? A hero? Sure. But maybe, more accurately, the CCO and Executive Vice President of Corporate Affairs at Activision Blizzard. But she is the best judge of whether this was true and fair. And I saw in my YouTube feed this morning a lot of videos with thumbnails like this. And because I'm easily influenced by memes, I did not want to be the crying Sony Wojak on the right. I want to be the cool stay mad Xbox guy, dude. I want to be based in Chad pilled. I want to be on the right side of history, dude. I don't want to be like these fucking Sony fanboys. Despite the fact that I'm a PC gamer who doesn't play either. I don't want to be even associated with the stink of these Sony shills. I want to be this cool guy with the crown. And so when I saw posts like this from Jesse Cox, a 15-year games journalist, who said, explain to me like I'm 5 how the Microsoft acquisition is a deal that benefits gamers and allows more competition. How does fewer and fewer companies owning more and more do this? What is the benefit to the gamer? I realized this guy is a Sony shill. Even though he said if this was Sony, I would say the same. I've been in games podcasts for 13 years. Dig up clips. How hard is it to say that all big corporations and all billionaires are doing shit to screw you over? Nice try, Sony shill. Pony? Dude. Also, when I saw this guy Grums, who is the former team lead on the development of World of Warcraft, he literally worked at Blizzard. He said Game Pass is great for Microsoft and horrible for individual games. You know how games have to make money if they're so cheap on Game Pass? In-game purchases and predatory monetization. The goal is to get you in cheap, then monetize you like a casino. Y'all are cheering this. This is about conglomeration of content to a single dominant source. It's a wealth profit transfer. Yeah, brother. Sony shill, dude. Sony fucking shill. That's why I was so proud when I saw that somebody from the Hero Chad Xbox team had sent him this death threat. You better shut your damn mouth up and stop salting the Microsoft deal, you FTC bot clown, or I swear to God I'll kill you, skin the hell out of you, R-word you, and then get rid of you George Floyd style. Microsoft will win this. Really, really cool stuff. I am so glad that the passion of these gamers over a $1 trillion corporation getting a merger deal. That's passionate. And so I started to figure, wait, how high does this Sony shilling go, dude? I don't want to be part of this fucking terrible system. And the FTC is the US government, basically. Is Joe Biden a Sony shill? How far up does this go? When did the US government fall under the control of the 4th biggest Japanese company? I don't know. So my original presentation today might have mentioned things like the fact that the judge's son was a Microsoft employee just hired right before the trial. And I might have thought, that's a little weird. Maybe she should have recused herself, as is normal judicial ethics. I might have mentioned that all of this angrily deriding anyone who is against the merger of one giant corporation with another is a bit of bootlicking. I might have said that. But I don't want to be Joe Biden. I don't want to be a Sony shill here. So instead, I decided to actually look, and I'm not kidding, actually look into why so many people on the internet who are regular everyday gamers feel so strongly about this. What are the reasons they feel like this is so important that this big company needs to get ever bigger? And I found 3 of them, and I think I kind of nailed it. So here it is. Number 1, we all hate Bobby Kotick. We can all agree Bobby Kotick, kind of an asshole. And we know that if Microsoft buys Blizzard, he's out. Okay? That's a pretty good reason. Fuck Bobby. Let's get him out. Okay, I'm seeing some of that. That's a real reason. I'll put that in. Reason number 2 that I saw from reading all this stuff. Sony does it too. Sony are bullies. They control the world. They control Joe Biden. They control the UK government. They control all of these journalists who are against it. They control anybody deriding this. Sony does it too. All right? Okay, that's another fair reason. Sony does it too. Bobby Kotick's an asshole. And the third and most important reason that I think really drove a lot of this passion and this anger and this resentment and this just fucking furious need for this $70 billion merger to go through. Money that nobody in this cheering section will ever see. And that is, they really like Xbox Game Pass and want more stuff on it. They spend a little bit of money a month on Xbox Game Pass, and they want more stuff on it. Okay? And I can see that. From a short-term consumer perspective, I can totally see that. You want more things on the service you pay for. And anything that stands in the way of that, you're pissed about. You're angry. Fuck these guys. They're trying to stop my Game Pass from getting more games? Okay. Let's go through these. All right? I just want to go through some of these reasons. Because I think we can agree these are actually the reasons. If you are somebody who's kind of happy that this deal went through, let's be honest, these are probably the reasons. I think this is why, in its core, that you thought this. Number 1, Bobby Kotick. Okay? Now, Bobby Kotick is expected to leave once this deal closes, and we're all pretty happy about that. But here's the deal. Before this deal was announced, Activision stock had dropped 40%. They had lost $30 billion of market cap. Right around here, there was already calls to kick him out. He had mismanaged the company. There was sexual harassment lawsuits left and right. There was delays on Overwatch 2 and Diablo. People were already pissed. And instead of this guy getting the boot out of the company as the shareholders revolted, instead of everybody realizing he fucked up, instead, he stands to make a $400 million payday because he pawned the whole company off to Microsoft. So instead of this guy getting some tiny semblance of justice for fucking over a lot of franchises we love and a great company, instead he becomes one of the richest people in the world and walks off into the sunset. That would frustrate me. But okay. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, go back to this. So, go back to this. So, just that one. That's a small one, though. That's a small one. The second one is that Sony does this, too. Sony does this, too. And again, from me, you will find no disagreement. I am not part of the console wars. I'm a PC gamer. Actually, Sony's a little bit worse for me because they don't put all their games on PC. Sony has tried every trick in the book as well. For the long time they've been in business, they try to get exclusives. They try to lock down things away from their competition. They try to work with stores back in the day to push Sega consoles in the back and PlayStation in the front. They do everything they can as well. But there's a difference. You see, remember in this post I showed earlier where Jesse Cox was complaining, y'all are acting super defensive over $1 billion corporation. That was funny to me when I saw that. That was kind of funny because Microsoft is not a $1 billion corporation. Sony is not a $1 billion corporation. Sony's a $100 billion corporation. Microsoft is a multi-trillion-dollar corporation. And I want to kind of give you a scale idea of that because I think it's very tough to understand. So I use the literal scale. So this is Microsoft on the left, and it is bigger. We know that. A little bit bigger than Sony on the right. It's bigger. But I figured, okay, what could adding Activision Blizzard really do to change that? Not that big. So let's make it even. You know, let's give Sony some things to balance it out because Microsoft's bigger. They're going to get Activision Blizzard. So I gave Sony Netflix. Imagine if tomorrow Sony merged with Netflix to become a bigger company to fight Microsoft. Well, it turns out they would still be a little bit smaller than Microsoft. Sony plus Netflix, still smaller. Whatever. Then I gave them Mercedes-Benz. So tomorrow, Sony, Netflix, and Mercedes-Benz team up to fight Microsoft. They're not quite there, but now we're getting to a real area. Then I decided we don't have a lot of time for this in Marketing Monday, so I gave them Boeing, Nike, Disney, Verizon, Walmart, McDonald's, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, and Raytheon, and ExxonMobil. And they were still smaller than Microsoft by one full Sony. So if tomorrow a new company was created called Boeing, Nike, Disney, Verizon, Raytheon, Walmart, McDonald's, Starbucks, Coca-Cola, ExxonMobil, Mercedes, Sony, Netflix, they would still be one full Sony smaller than Microsoft. This is 100% true. The difference in market cap between a $2.5 trillion company and a $110 billion company is fucking massive. And that's how I finally got to use my whiteboard. Let me show you. This, oh, wait. Let's see, let's move this over here and move this. This right here is the size of Activision Blizzard. You'll notice it's basically as big as Sony. A $110 billion company. This, he actually cuts off. This is Microsoft, okay? Each one of these is a Sony. So when you talk about Sony doing the same thing, you must understand these companies are not playing in the same league. They're not able to do the same things. The things Microsoft are doing, like buying Activision Blizzard for $70 billion, are things that are literally impossible for Sony. And it's creating a level of concentration that was previously not possible. And because Microsoft has a rent-seeking own of basically the operating system and office productivity software markets, they can use all of the money they make from those industries to subsidize a losing business in gaming in a way that Sony absolutely cannot. And no other company outside of like Amazon or Apple could even be close to it. So I just wanted to give that picture, you know, I wanted that to be understood. So we go back to this. So, again, also during the trial, this exact conversation was found out in the leaked emails, or like the revealed emails, where Microsoft executive Matt Booty, which by the way, funny name, said that we, Microsoft, are in a very unique position to be able to go and spend Sony out of business. That to me is a very damning line from a leaked internal email. And that's why, and again, this email is all about cloud and why they want to do day and date releases of AAA games on Xbox Game Pass, because no one has the money to keep up with releasing a AAA game at a loss on a cloud service for $5 a month the day it's released. Sony cannot afford that. So, that brings me to the third part, which is Xbox Game Pass. And we're talking about, again, this already kind of covers it, but I want to get into the Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is an amazing deal for gamers right now. And the reason it's like that is because Microsoft is making so much money elsewhere, they can lose money on Game Pass now to make it feel so great to customers temporarily. That is the whole goal. And I kind of wanted to use a simple example. So I tried to think of something like a lemonade stand. If two competing lemonade stands are there, initially what they compete on is the quality of the lemonade. Maybe the marketing of the sign, you know? The design of the console, you know, what games are on it, maybe price, well, for profitability, to sell at a profit. But if one of the kids has a rich father that buys the local lemon grower and has a price advantage on when they sell the lemons, or creates a lemon pass that can sell free lemonade all month for a nickel, then the other company simply doesn't have the economic resources to compete in the same way. It doesn't matter if they make better games. They have to buy from the same grower. And even if this little kid promises, they promise that, you know, hey, even though my dad bought the lemon grower, we're going to sell you lemons. Don't worry about it. It creates a lot of headaches for their competitor, because their competitor might, like, for example, want to talk to the lemon grower and tell them their future plans to forecast upcoming demand. Like, hey, we're going to actually reveal a new flavor in 2 weeks, so we need a better supply of lemons. Well, now that knowledge goes back to this guy. For example, what exactly will happen if the biggest game in the world, Call of Duty, is owned by a competitor? Now you can't tell them, hey, we're launching the PS6 in, 6 months and it's going to have these specs. Because now that information goes directly to their competitor, and Sony makes a big chunk of its survival revenue from PlayStation on selling Call of Duty. So even if Xbox agrees for the 10-year deal to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, it creates all sorts of headaches and risks and competitive dangers. Because now Sony can't tell them about upcoming consoles to get things built that are feature specific. Like, just for example, imagine this with something like the motion controls with the Wii. They can't say that ahead of time to their competitor to get stuff built for it. So it puts them in a huge risky position. Secondly, explained here, they cannot afford to offer the same deals that Microsoft can. So even if Microsoft says, hey, you can have Call of Duty, like, we're going to put it on PlayStation, what they can't do is put it at the same incredibly low, artificially low price. Because Xbox can take the loss. They can offer it in Game Pass day and date and just take the loss. Sony can't afford that. It breaks their virtuous cycle. The investment they make in this is going to be possible. They cannot afford, because so much of their revenue comes from selling the game. That's risky. And as has been shown throughout all of recorded human history, whenever these subscription services get a critical mass of users, they start raising prices. And the deals that were previously fucking amazing, like, remember early Uber? Remember when Uber could drive you anywhere in the city for $5? You remember when Netflix used to cost $5.99? Well, now it doesn't. Why Netflix keeps cranking up its prices? Netflix knows it can, because they're a corporation. This is the fundamental way they do that. Small incremental price changes over time. Because they feel they are so well entrenched and their customers are loyal, they feel like it's not going to, so they know they're going to lose. So that is the goal. And I think we should just be clear that neither of these companies is your best friend. Neither of them have your interest at heart. And both of them want to do this, but only one of them has the financial resources from a massive unrelated industry to make it happen. One is so much bigger than the other that we have to be on our guard. We have to be a little more discerning. And guess what? Even now, it's already happening. This is before they've even started to begin their plan. The Game Pass price hike is already coming. And this is the beginning. This is before they've even, this is not even phase 1. Imagine later. So you have to realize, this got higher actually, it got raised even higher. So I just want people to fucking, you know, think a little bit longer term than the shiny thing right in front of their face that a company promises them. If a company spends $70 billion on something, you have to understand they expect to make that money back. They are not doing it because Sony are bullies and we want to be heroes. They are doing this because they have a concerted plan to minimize their competition and milk more money out of customers long term. And so that leaves us kind of here. And again, I cut off a part that I did want to mention, which is that a lot of this hinges, this deal going through. Again, the deal was approved by the judge. And much of the deal hinged over a very small thing, I think, in my mind, which is Call of Duty. Basically, it all relied on, the judge thought it was all about Call of Duty. And the FTC was trying to make the case that this is bigger than that. This is about a suite of franchises being used to subsidize a cloud service long term. But the judge kind of focused it all on Call of Duty. And Microsoft did a really good job of saying, hey, listen, Call of Duty, we're going to share with everybody. Don't worry about that. Everyone's getting it. And that's not the whole picture. And I also want to say that if we had memories longer than a goldfish, we could flash back to just, like a year ago, 2 years ago, when they bought Bethesda, and then in the same early FTC inquiry from the European Union said, hey, we're going to do this case by case, but we don't foresee having to make any of this stuff exclusive. And then the second the spotlight was off them, they have announced that basically every Bethesda game going forward is going to be exclusive. So, it's like they have a fucking track record of saying whatever they need to say in the moment when the attention is on, and then changing their mind later when nobody cares and nothing can be done about it. It's already gone through. And I think that should weigh on the judge's decision. But the fact that her son worked at Microsoft maybe switched her mind. And so back to this. Where are we now? Where are we as of today? What does this mean? Is there anything happening going forward? Well, first, the only major market in the world, now that the US has stepped down or basically been blocked, the only major market that did block it was the UK. The UK very openly and cleanly and plainly stated that this is not about Call of Duty. This is about cloud gaming. This is really risky for the future of gaming, and we're going to block it. The UK blocked it. It's pretty rare. Again, despite people think, like, a government choosing to block a merger is unpopular with, like, every rich and powerful person. They're doing it only for the benefit of consumers. They're not making a secret Sony payday to block it. It's literally, like, a hard decision that is a net benefit for consumers. Unfortunately, they are actually Sony shills. The UK is actually a huge fucking Sony shill that I found out. And thankfully, Microsoft kind of pwned them after the fact. So now that this has gone through, the US deal, Microsoft basically said a lot of things that you'd think a company wouldn't be able to threaten a country with. But when you're a company this powerful and you can bully countries that are on the back foot like the UK, they basically said, like, hey, this is the darkest day in 4 decades of Britain. And if you want jobs, you better think about changing your competitive market authority. And the message is clear. We're going to go to the EU and start a business. Even though this is not starting a business. This is buying a business that already existed for decades for $70 billion. But okay. And with these threats, the UK has gotten scared. So the giant corporation has successfully bullied a government into looking at the deal again. So instead of the UK being the one person blocking it, it's now looking like almost nobody will block it, is the real possible answer. That being said, there's a little bit of glimmer of hope. The FTC, because the case, to me, when you really read, like, the fucking Clayton Law, which is the whole antitrust law this is based on, from the 1950s, it's the Clayton Law. If you read it, it's actually pretty simply written. And it talks about how the goal of its creation is not just about short-term price advantages for the customer, and it's about a restraint on corporate power. And, like, any inkling that this is going to increase corporate power over a market should be banned. But we haven't enforced it that way in 50 years, and so the judge kind of just went, eh. That being said, because it's so open and shut on that law, the FTC is considering appealing. Now, normally when they lose a case like this, they just walk away. But now it looks like there's a real chance the FTC might appeal, which is good for a number of reasons, because if they do successfully appeal, at the very least, the time runs out on Microsoft's timeline to get this merger done, and they have to pay Activision Blizzard a $3 billion penalty fee. So at the very least, they lose $3 billion, which would be a nice little tax at least. Whether or not the appeal gets actually blocked. But I want to say this. I am still proud of the government for trying to stop this deal. Even if for whatever reason they can't stop it because Microsoft has a ton of power, I am still proud of it. Because if you look at the history of antitrust law, even attempts to block mergers have positive effects for consumers. For example, in the 90s, Microsoft again, which was using Windows to win the browser wars and kill Netscape and all its competition, and basically bundle everything with Windows that no one else could win, was sued for antitrust. And the government did not win that case. But the mere threat of it, and it took kind of a long time, the mere threat of it allowed Google and a ton of other tech companies, Google, Firefox, to actually rise up from that open space. And if that had not happened, we would have only Microsoft now instead of at least 5 tech companies. So there is a benefit to even trying to break up these massive, massive, powerful corporations. Also, in this case, Microsoft was just going to buy Activision and be done with it. Completely lock out everyone else. But because of the threat of this government case, they after the lawsuit started, signed deals with Nvidia to put Call of Duty on their cloud service, and with Nintendo to put Call of Duty on their new console, basically. And these deals would not have happened if Microsoft was not trying to show to the judge, hey, we're good, we're friendly. And so, again, these deals are still really small and don't address anything. But even this stuff is small steps to be more pro-consumer because the government tried something. At least they tried. We've had decades of the FTC doing nothing, and now they're finally trying. They're not winning yet, but they're trying, and it helps us. Now, they also offered Sony a 10-year deal on Call of Duty. So again, this deal probably would not be actually in writing unless there was some sort of lawsuit. So there's still some win for gamers, even if it's long-term still, I think, shady. Now, I do want to say a 10-year deal is still actually kind of iffy. I know it seems like a long time, but Call of Duty has been around for 20 years already and has been the best-selling game since at least 2009, which is like 15 years. So it's like Xbox is still playing a longer game than we think. We are just playing into it because it seems like a long time. But I think my overall point, if I had to sum it all up, is that letting a competitor spend the price, basically, of their competition on something is dangerous. I think letting very big companies get even bigger is something that we should always be naturally suspicious of. That's just, no matter who it is, it's just a natural suspicion of, like, the big getting ever bigger. It's generally not good for everyone outside of that big conglomerate. And I mentioned this guy previously on a Marketing Monday, but I'm a really big fan. I've been reading more and more of his stuff lately. And it's this guy named Louis Brandeis, who was a Supreme Court justice from a long time ago in America, who was one of the pioneers of antitrust law. And he wrote a lot and did a lot of fighting for the benefit of average workers, average consumers, exposing corruption, fighting railroad trusts, working hours, like just a lot of good stuff. I think he's actually, in my mind, one of the coolest people that's ever been part of the judicial system. And he has an iconic quote that I want to talk about, which is, Americans should be under no illusions as to the value or effect of price cutting. It has been the most potent weapon of monopoly, a means of killing the small rival to which the great trusts have resorted most frequently. It is so simple and so effective. The far-seeing organized capital, in this case Microsoft, secures this means by cooperation of the short-sighted, unorganized consumer, in this case all of us online. We see the shiny Game Pass for a low price now, and we agree to whatever the big multi-trillion-dollar company once, and that is to our own undoing. Thoughtless or weak, he yields to the temptation of trifling immediate gain and sells his birthright for a mess of pottage, becoming himself an instrument of monopoly. And so the only thing I can say about this is that Louis Brandeis was a Sony shill, bro. This fucking guy was a classic Sony shill. How did they get to him? This guy's in the pocket of big Sony. Holy fuck, another shill, dude. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this week's Marketing Monday on FTC and Microsoft. Hope you enjoyed. I hope that helped spark some discussion why I'm so against it, and why I think the arguments in favor of it are just like super short-sighted. Appreciate you watching, and again, we're trying to do more of these every week, so I'm gonna be as much as I can, even if it's the skip streams, just trying to be consistent with Marketing Monday. That's the one thing I really want to be consistent with instead of everything else. So, but what if nothing bad happens? I guess it's there's no way that nothing, and prices will go up. That's impossible to deny. So, no, maybe they'll just keep dropping. You're right. I think they'll spend $70 billion, find no way to profit off that, and drop their prices. I think they do that out of the kindness of their heart. From a marketer POV, why is Call of Duty so popular and important? Call of Duty has just been the biggest and best-selling games franchise of the last decade, plus, over that. And so, for console gamers, Call of Duty is the game. It's Call of Duty, like a third of the market, FIFA and Madden's like a third of the market, and then every other game. Do you understand? Like, it's just so massive and so powerful. That having one company control it is what you'd call in monopoly law like a critical input. It's like if Subway and Jersey Mike's were competing and one of them bought the rights to bread. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's so powerful. It's a critical input in this market. And so it disrupts the power dynamic so much that you don't want it to happen. Generally, antitrust law should block that. Can you explain why the FTC lost the case? In my mind, the real simple answer is that the judge didn't understand. If you really listen to it, and again, I'm kind of quoting Matt Stoller here, who's a great writer on antitrust law, but she just had incredible boomer energy, and couldn't wrap her mind. Basically, she didn't know the difference between Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony, first of all. She didn't understand that, like, there's a different competition between Microsoft and Sony than there is between Nintendo. She didn't understand that, like, cloud gaming, what it was or what it meant for the future. She didn't understand that, like, there's more to it than just Call of Duty. And her son worked at Microsoft, so maybe she was willfully ignorant on some of this stuff, too. So all of that combined to make her just seem like a pretty poor choice to really understanding this market and giving a fair judgment. Isn't that conflict of interest? Yes. And many watchdog groups asked for her to recuse herself and step down, and she denied it. So, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't think you should be allowed to have her son at one of the companies for the biggest merger in tech history. I think it's crazy. I think it's... Was her son important at Microsoft? He wasn't a janitor, but no, he's not super important. It's more of like, listen, when I worked at Twitch, my mom walked around with a Twitch pin on her purse and would tell every person she met that her son worked at Twitch. She didn't even know what Twitch was. She was just proud. I remember one time she actually got me in a lot of trouble because I went to I played hooky from work at Twitch. My parents were in town. I skipped work to go to a 49ers football game with my mom and my dad. I called in sick. And then I was at the football game and my mom sees someone wearing like a Twitch hoodie in line. We're in line for the game. She goes, oh my God, Twitch! Puts Talisman on the arm. My son works there. He's right there. He works at Twitch. You know Twitch? And it turned out to be my boss's boss. Who was not playing hooky. He was just really fucking skipping work. It didn't matter because he's rich. And he found out that I was skipping. Now, luckily, I had Riz, and I was charming, and I was like, whatever. And it worked out all right. But it was a very, because he immediately was like, wait, you're playing hooky. You're skipping. But yeah, that happened. And so I think there's a general sense that whatever bias, conscious or unconscious, favoring, also like think about it, you know? If I worked at NVIDIA, for example, I remember NVIDIA did a big buyout of Mellanox, which is like a Israeli data center company. But it was like the biggest buyout NVIDIA had ever done. If the judge overseeing that case was my mom at NVIDIA, even if they don't pressure me or do anything, there's a general sense that like this is important to the company. And if it doesn't go through, I might not be very popular in the company. Like it might hurt my chances of getting a promotion, or it would make things awkward around the company if my mom had like blocked a big advancement. And so I can imagine that this guy's like career is like unspoken. It's the implication, but there's something on the line. And I think the son is such a close relationship that it's like, yeah, you shouldn't allow it. You just shouldn't allow it. I'm not saying she's bi. I'm just saying that that should be like an automatic recusal for something so important. How did COD become so dominant in the first place? It's a good game for people that like it. It fulfills a need. People like it. I'm not a COD gamer. I couldn't really tell you. I just know people love it. It's fun for them, and they sell a lot of copies. I bought zero day Activision calls when the market opened today and they fucking printed. Thanks for the financial advice. I specifically said not financial advice. Please do never use what I'm saying on here, because eventually, although for the past couple times it's gone really well for people in chat, it will eventually go really badly and you're going to be mad at me. So I will continue to say nothing I talk about here is financial advice. Will the case be revisited by a different court? Well, the FTC, if they appeal, it'll be revisited again. If the FTC appeals, there will be another trial. And it may delay the merger, and it may cause Microsoft some headache, and we'll see. But generally, they don't appeal. So they have to really believe in it. Great tweet about the acquisition. What is this? Wait, what? This is circular logic. If Microsoft were truly monopolizing, the FTC would have stopped it. They tried to. They tried to. And I have a hard time believing the argument that Lina Khan and the FTC are secretly in the pocket of Sony. A Japanese company. I think it's very unlikely that the $2.5 trillion American company is getting secretly outbid by the fucking corrupt FTC who's bought by fucking... I think they just looked at it and thought it was monopolistic. What's this? Oh no, I should have included this. This might be the worst thing I've ever seen. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. Holy fuck. This is a Game Pass plane flying into the twin towers of PlayStation. This is probably the worst fucking thing on the internet. Holy God. People have completely lost it, bro. With fucking Phil Spencer smiling in the background. By the way, you know, it's unfortunate, but Phil Spencer, I should include that as my fourth reason. My fourth reason is that Phil Spencer, everyone likes him more than Jim Ryan of fucking Sony. Because Phil Spencer seems like a gamer. That's why everyone thinks he's cuddly. But there's like so many leaked emails of Phil Spencer being like, hey, we're going to pretend, essentially, we're going to pretend that Bethesda games will be multi-platform. We cannot say they're going to be exclusive, but they will be. I was reading that fucking today. And so, like, Phil Spencer knows what he's fucking doing, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just funny that people buy this stuff. Jim Ryan lies a lot too. I know, bro. Did you not see the part where I compared the sizes of the two companies and the different power levels they have? And, look at the whiteboard. Look at the whiteboard. Jim Ryan. Phil Spencer. Jim Ryan. Phil Spencer. Will this acquisition lead to more mergers? Yes. Yes. And I'm no expert. I mean, I read from brighter people than me. But it seems like it's a very clear, all clear. This merger going through is a massive, like, let's go Brandon, for other large vertical integration mergers across America that can use this as precedent. They can literally point to this ruling as precedent for their independent mergers, and it leads to more. Not just in the gaming, like for the gaming industry, Sony is going to have to respond by taking on a bunch of debt and trying to buy some kind of publisher of somewhat. They can't buy as big as Blizzard, but like they're going to try for, I don't know, Sega, Take-Two, something. They'll have to take on debt to do it, which will put greater risk on them, but it's their only way to lever up. This is what happened with the streaming wars. As the streaming wars, Netflix and everything got more competitive, companies like Discovery took on massive debt to buy HBO, which was bad for everyone there. But they have to do it because they have to take on these risks to try and compete in the ever-conglomerating marketplace. So that's where we're at. I've seen Sony's in talks with Bungie. Bro, you're very late. Sony bought Bungie like a while ago. like a while ago, bro. You think they're in talks? This happened. This is but Bungie's multi-plat, unlike Bethesda. I've heard Google's in talks with DoubleClick. Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, again, Bungie is not multi-plat, at least so far, because of Sony's goodwill. It's because Sony doesn't have the money to take the losses. They have to sell the games. So they sell it multi-plat because they make revenue on it. And they need that revenue. That's part of the PlayStation revenue. While Microsoft can literally just eat the loss, which is like, that's the big difference. Where does Nintendo fall on this? Nintendo's just happy, fat and happy. Nintendo is selling fucking incredibly old, already dated at launch hardware for a profit 6 years later and still selling a fuck ton of them. And they make basically all of their own games. So they get all the profit on that. And they're just like trying to turn them all into like IP franchises with movies and theme parks and shit. So they're doing their own thing and they're killing it. Nintendo's crushing. But, as we all know, every good Nintendo console is followed by a bad one. So I'm sure the Switch 2 is going to be like, you have to fucking stab your arm and draw blood to play it or something. And it's called the Switch Blood Edition. And you have to change your blood type to whatever. And so they'll do something like that, and then they'll fucking lose market share and be fucking despondent and fire people, and then they'll come back for the next one. The Mario game on it's gonna be crazy. No, it's worth it, bro. It's worth it. For Mario IV, dude, it's just fucking worth it. The worst Pokemon launch sold faster than the last God of War. That's fucking crazy. That's so funny. And they've been shitting those out, those Pokemon games. Just fucking no updates. And then God of War is like a really beautifully crafted game. Yeah, Nintendo's crushing. They're fine. But they're still small. Nintendo's smaller than Sony. Nintendo's a small company. They figured out the thing they're good at and they do it, and they can't really be kicked out of their space. I mean, it was the smartest thing they ever did was like stop trying to compete with Microsoft and Sony on specs, because they would never win. They don't have the money. And so they got out of that game and made their own little brand identity, and they've been crushing. And they just focused on their own games, and they just sell a fuck ton of those great IPs. So Nintendo's smart. They're dumb in many ways. I hate Nintendo for many things, but they've overall found a way to survive in this world. How did they not have the money? It's just they're just small, dude. I mean, it sounds crazy because they're big by any normal standard, but like compared to tech giants, every company is small, just really small. The scales are different. Like just, you know, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon type companies are just so much bigger. They're just so much more powerful. What's your question, Quack? Did you see the Nintendo CEO glazing? No. No, I didn't see the Nintendo CEO glazing. What did he glaze, bro? At what point of your hair growth journey did you start using a brush, comb, sponge? I don't use any of those things. I don't. When you buy a wig like this, they just come. It comes styled, so I don't. You know what I'm saying? No, I just take a little product and I put it in there. That's all. I don't use a comb. No, that's why it pokes out right here. Or the back, dude. The back's a mess. I thought it was your. It is my real hair, you dumbass. I think Chevy has been chewing the wig. Don't do that angle. Oh, you mean my old angle? You mean my old angle? Any fans of the old angle? Oh, yeah. Look at this. This is great. This is what it's all about, dude. More forehead, a third of the frame. This is what real content is. Unironically great. Old Angie is back. Show the top of my head? What, you mean there's... Yeah, okay, it's thinning. Shut the fuck up, bro. Get over it. I bet a lot of you are gonna have fucking hair problems. And you're gonna be thinking back to your words. I think you're gonna be thinking back to your words. What does product mean? It's like matte. What is it called? Like matte pomade. Yeah, pomade. Matte pomade. Not gel. It's like a pomade. It's like a, yeah, like you put that on your and you rub it in your hands, and you, I think it's good. I'm happy that it's back to basically how it was. Like I think I had it a little longer before I shaved, but H-Rock, can you draw Nintendo on the whiteboard? It's one half of Sony. No. Just imagine it. It's, you know what it is already. Why would I need to draw it? This is so fucking stupid. You're capitally calling it. Oh my god. How does this help? It's already over.
Round two. Fight.
There. Wow, great. this true to size? It looks off. It's rough. It's a rough estimate, bro. It's a rough estimate. You're good at that. You should be a teacher. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Can you draw FTX on the board to compare? Yeah, I can draw FTX. I'll do it right now. This right here is FTX's size. Goose egg. Actually negative. It's like a black hole of lost money. Maybe Sony and Nintendo should merge. Maybe the solution to every problem in business isn't us merging every competitor down to fewer and fewer options. Maybe the solution is not more mergers. Let's solve this merger with another merger until we have fucking 2 companies in every market. At most. It's just crazy. I mean, that is the solution I proposed. Ironically, here. This is what it would take, by the way, like I said, for Sony to be close to Microsoft's size. I was not kidding. This is honestly how many companies would have to team up to be the same size as Microsoft. It's it's shocking. By the way, I've heard persistent rumors that somebody might buy Disney. Now, there's like almost nobody that can get approved, but theoretically, there's a world where Apple could buy Disney. Like the stuff I read, it's been popping up more and more, where it's like Disney's thinking about it because they just can't get big enough to make all that shit work, especially Disney Plus. They can't run it at a loss much longer. They don't have everything else. They had a great system going where they sold DVDs, made a fuck ton of money, then toys made a fuck ton of money, and then parks made a ton of money. But Disney Plus is kind of throwing it all off. It's a money-losing pit. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that is Marketing Monday for today. It's 9 o'clock. I'm thinking of what I want to do for the rest of the stream. My options are House MD, which I do want to watch, Fortnite, which I do want to play. I want to try and get at least one Fortnite game in. Hitman, which I do want to play to keep my skills sharp and go for a world record, which I've already revealed, but I do currently have a 33-minute offline time, but I want to try and get an online time to match that so I can get an actual world record for content.
Here comes a new challenger.
Or I could make a thumbnail. Watch House and play Hitman at the same time. Wait a minute. Is that even possible? Could I play Hitman and have House up? And that way everyone can ignore the boring parts of Hitman and watch House, and then we pause it when I get on a good run? I don't know if that's doable. You know what I really need is like fucking, I need somebody who knows the shit better than me, who worked at Twitch, to tell me how to set up like media share and shit. Because I cannot talk to chat consistently while I'm grinding a world record, and I want stuff to react to. And I'll just set it at like some fucking low price, and then I can just have people can entertain themselves. Oh wait, yeah, never mind. I just realized if I got a world record, I couldn't upload it because I'd have fucking copyrighted House MD in it, so I can't do that. Fuck me. That would have been a good idea. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do Fortnite in House. That's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna play one game of Fortnite, and then we're gonna watch House MD. That's the plan. That sounds good to me. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to duo. Let me just see hypothetically. Hypothetically, if, for example, No one's really available right now. Ask Connor. I could ask Connor, but let's see. Connor, do you want to play Fortnite? I'm asking him. Actually, I already asked him on July 6th, and he said he's down. But only when he's back from Austin, which he was this weekend. So he should be back. We'll see. Fortnite! Yeah, we'll do Fortnite and then watch House. That sounds great. I'm going to change my title. So, boom. Fortnite still chasing a Fortnite dub. Still chasing my first Fortnite Victory Royale. Day 12. Then House MD. I've been liking these House MD wind downs. It's a fun show because I like it, but I also know many episodes are kind of bad. And they're dated because it's 2006. So we get to have, you know, it's like Batman Beyond, where I love the show overall, but like it's still fun to make fun of. Connor got scammed earlier from House. All right, you know what? I'll just play. Fuck it. I have the raw skill necessary to beat this on my own. I can also do one run of Only Up. I can do my second attempt at Only Up and see how far I can get. Poggy's Atra jumps. All right, I tried Fortnite, baby! Zoomers, get in! Let's zoom our way to the top. I have become an honorary Zoomer because I love Fortnite. I think Fortnite is so poggers. It's kind of like... Do you guys remember that old game Among Us and how fun it was? It's almost like that. It almost gives me Among Us vibes with how fucking fun it is. Maybe I'm dating myself, but I just remember that old classic gym Among Us. And now... Alright, I want to play no build.